Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick video and kind of doing a short explanation of the Siren script that we now have, the Luxart Vehicle Control. As you know now, or you should know that you press O on your keyboard to bring up the menu, and I'll go through how to do this menu in just a second. But first I wanted to just show you guys how I did. Of course, all these sirens are client-sided. We don't have server-sided sirens, most because I don't want to really do the work for it. I'm lazy, and I'm not entirely sure if it would cost money or not. I don't think it would cost money, but I think this is right here is even better because you get actually with this Luxart Vehicle Control, you have your own custom sirens you can do. And what I was meaning earlier about the announcement that I made saying that I was going to make a custom resident file with custom siren tones in it if anybody else wanted to download them. What I meant by that was I've already created, I worked on it today a little bit. I created a custom resident file and I've got a total of 13 custom siren tones. And they're all different brands and different tones themselves. There's wails, yelps, priorities, phasers, a Q siren. There's actually several yelps. But anyway, I wanted to show you how I went through and done it, or show you what the results of my siren tones. So first I'll just go ahead and take you through this menu. Under main siren settings, you'll see all of this. And I went through the script of this Luxart Vehicle Control, and I went through and changed all these names because these are the actual names of the siren tones that I am currently using. So whenever you start up the game and you pull up your main siren settings, all of your names will have the same name right beside them. However, if you go to make your own resident file with your own custom siren tones, and you can go through this menu, and like all these sirens are in order. So the three up here at the top, these are your default siren. So like before we had this Luxart Vehicle Control, these three tones right here were your main ones you had. That was it. That was all you had. So now you got all these extra ones. You got it says 15, but it's actually only 13. So I'm sorry. Never mind. Anyway, so if you were to make your own custom siren tones, you can actually change the name of all of these. All you gotta do is hit enter, and you can change the name of whatever it is. I got FSSS for Federal Signal Smart Siren because that's what the name of that tone is. If you did your own and you downloaded a code 3 whale, which I've already got, all you have to do is type in code 3 whale and hit enter, and it would rename that first slot as the FSS whale. Now, what cycle and button means, cycle means whenever you've got your siren on and you hit B or R on your keyboard, it goes to the next tone. That's what cycle means. So if you put that on cycle, I'll see all these sirens on cycle and button. Since I've got all these on cycle, every time I hit B or R on my keyboard, then it's going to cycle to the next one. They go in order, just like this. If button, it's only the first 10. The first 10 siren tones that are in here. So the first 10, I'm not going to count them, but the first 10, it's your number pad at the top of your keyboard, your 1 through 0. Those are your buttons. So if you press 1, it'll activate your federal signal, the first siren tone, which is this one. You press 2, activate this. You press 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. So I got all of these turned on, and I'm actually going to give you an example of how you can customize like what tones you want in your cycle. So the Federal Signal Smart Siren is the one that I've always used. So I added it in there, in my resident.rpf file. But I'm not going to use it. I want to disable it. So I just disabled it. So now whenever I turn my siren on, I'm going to start off with this wheeling wail. And then my next tone will be the code 3 wail. And then the next one will be unitrial yelp. And the next one will be the Federal Signal priority with a rumbler. You can disable whichever ones you don't want. Like I don't want the ambulance horn or the ambulance warning or the federal Q, or I don't want the RLS, the code 3 yelp either. So I'll turn on my, so when I turn on my siren, it's going to cycle through these tones right here, and that's it. There's the wheeling wail. There's the code 3 wail. That's the Unitrol yelp. There's the federal signal priority with a rumbler. That's a wheeling hyper yelp. And then that's a sound off energy 400 intersection tone is what they call it. And there's a wheeling, goes back to the wheeling wail. Alright, so I went in there and disabled all the ones I didn't want. So that's all the ones that I'll cycle through. Now let's go back to this main menu. If you go right to primary manual tone, this is your, I believe it'd be R on your keyboard. I know it's B on controller. Yeah, it's R on keyboard and B on controller. When your siren's not on, just like now, your siren's not on, you can change what tone that is. Even when your sirens are on, you press B or R. What I had mine set to, the rumbler. So that's the primary manual tone. The secondary manual tone is actually when you hit R or B on your controller and you hit the horn button. Let's see. We'll do the code 3. No, we'll do Unitrol yelp. So we hit the turn the siren off. So I'm hitting the B for the primary manual tone. I hit my horn at the same time. That's pressing the horn button and the B button at the same time, which on keyboard I think it'd be R and H. Nope. I don't know what the horn button is on keyboard. So that's your secondary manual. Your auxiliary is I think that's up on your keyboard maybe, and it's up on your D-pad on your controller. So on this one I have it set to the code 3 RLS yelp. So I got my siren on, or I got my lights on. Down is my regular cycle sirens. Turn that off. I press up. It's the code 3 RLS yelp, and I believe it's up on. Yeah, it's up on keyboard also. So you can run 2 siren tones at one time. Okay, so next thing I want to show you was under main siren settings. I already have them turned off. Air horn interrupt mode. I have it turned off just because I like how it doesn't interrupt the siren. The siren keeps going. You almost have 3 sirens going at once. So with air horn interrupt mode on, when you have your siren on, when you hit your horn, it interrupts the siren. When you have it turned off, it doesn't interrupt. Reset to standby. What that means is when you have this checked, when you've got these, whichever one, in this case, if you got this one checked, every time you turn your siren on, it always resets back to wheel and wail, or whichever your first one in this list is activated. Even if you were going through the siren tones and you're on the wheeling hopper yelp, as soon as you turn your siren off and you turn it back on, it goes back to your default, your first one in your list. So you turn this off, you turn that off, then you change your siren tone. That's Unitrol yelp. When you turn your siren off and you turn it back on, it picks up where the siren tone you just had going. Siren park kill, that's self-explanatory. When you're in a pursuit with someone and they stop and you get out, it kills the siren. That's what park kill means. And what that means in real life, they actually have it wired up to the gear shifter in the vehicle. So when the car is put into park, it has a kill switch to the siren box itself. That's how that works. HUD settings. You can enable it. I have mine turned off just because I don't want to. I don't want to have it. You can have it. As you can see, it's in the way, but you hit move mode and you can use your mouse to move it. And then, let's see, escape. Hit escape to confirm it, and then you can go here to scale and you can make it smaller. I just have mine turned off. Auto backlight off and on. That's you can see where it's slightly green. Now that I've made it smaller, I can move it to about right here. So that's the HUD settings. Like I said, I usually have mine turned off. I don't bother with it. Audio settings, radio controls. I have no idea what that means. Haven't messed with it. Siren box sound effects scheme. This is the sound of the beeps that it makes whenever you change your siren tone or you hit your horn. Mine's set up for the Smart Siren P2000. There's a P3000, a Syncom. That's the excuse me. That's the Wheeling. I can't hardly hear that one. Huh. Anyway, so those that might have something to do with my resident file myself. Anyway, I don't know what any of this other stuff means. It's on volume for. Yeah, I don't know what that. I don't know. It has something to do with the upgrade, downgrade. I think that's ELS related. Set volume of light slider button. Oh, so you turn your lights off. This is the volume that it makes when you turn your lights off and on. Oh, now you can hear it better. Okay. So, that's the SS. I wonder if the Syncom's working. Can't hardly hear it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So you can hear that one. 3000. That's the one I just had. Okay, that's the one I usually use. The default. That's pretty much the default one. I'll use this one. Something different. So that's audio settings. Go to storage management. This is where you can actually save your settings, and you can have them for multiple vehicles. Right now, I don't really know how the save thing works. I think you can only have like one save. Period. I don't really know. I see where it has copy settings, but I haven't. There's no way. I don't see where you can actually copy anything. It doesn't give you a choice to actually copy it. When you click on it, it just says copy profile settings, and there's nothing there. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what that means. Anyway, you hit save, and it saves your settings to default. And it's not just for this car. If you were to get into another car. Your settings will still be there. It's still the same one. You can see where my my controller box is going. Okay, my controller box is gone, but it went back to my default siren settings. So all you gotta do if you jump in a different vehicle and you just hit load settings, and that'll bring it back to your default, which is the one I just saved. Yeah, that's the one I just had. Alright, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna upload that resident.rpf to a Google Drive where you guys can download it and install it into your GTA 5 main directory settings. If you don't know how to do that, I can show you. Oh, I forgot I was going to show you the fire truck siren. So I've also got a fire truck siren. It's the Federal Q. Disable all these so it'll start that one. So that's the Federal Q that I have put in for my side. And my second tone is the Code 3 Yelp. And I can have both going at the same time because I have the Code 3 RLS Yelp as my secondary, or no, auxiliary, my auxiliary tone. Okay, so if you need help with figuring out how to install the Resident RPF, let me know. I can try to help you. It's really easy once you figure it out. I've done it several times because I was trying to get these siren tones straightened out. I had a couple issues trying to figure out how to do it. So I've done it a couple times. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the Luxart Vehicle Control Script. Bye.